Now we go downstairs and the whole car is just gone. You broke into my car and now you steal it? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Miss Khrissy, Christina with a K. Hey, Christina with a K. Hey, hey, hey girl, hey boy, how you doing? How you feeling? Welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we're doing something a little different, guys. I'm just doing like a story time talk through, get ready with me, put the makeup on, give you an update on this wig. There will be timestamps below. I know this video is super long, so that's kind of why I decided not to really premiere it. If you guys want to see the makeup, timestamp to the makeup. If you want to see certain things that I'm talking about, just jump to that timestamp. It's okay, whatever you want to do. I wanted to recreate this look that I had for my Laurel video because it was requested, and I think I did a pretty good job with recreating it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this look. Overall, whatever reason you're here, if you're here for this Laurel update or you're here for the makeup, I hope you guys consider hitting that subscribe button, and let's just go ahead and jump into it. Hey my friends, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So we have a lot to talk about. I decided to do a little get ready with me because I just got a lot to tell y'all. There's timestamps below. I'm talking about a lot in this video, but let's just go ahead and get started. So you know what, let's come a little closer. How are you guys doing? I'm okay. I told you guys in my last video, when you're feeling down, you need to put your eyebrows on. So let's start with the eyebrows. So if you guys are following me on Miss Khrissy, my Instagram, I post a lot like personal stuff in my stories as far as, you know, just my life and stuff like that. My car got stolen, okay? I don't know how I'm feeling about this lens. This is clear. This is super clear. I don't like how I'm not like in the frame I need to be. You know what, y'all? I'm so sorry that I'm going back and forth with these lenses, but I was trying to be all fancy for y'all for the new year. But we gonna stick to what we know, this old lens. So I always say put your eyebrows on because putting your eyebrows on just kind of makes me feel better. I had Bell's palsy before. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but my eyebrows are just never right. That's why I don't like to do it on camera, but I'm just drawing the shape. Then I like to just go in with this. It's my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I have the color dark brown. I'm sorry in advance if this video is super long. So on Christmas Eve, I go down to my car and discover that my car was broken into. Like, I mean, they busted out the glass and everything, okay? So I'm like, yo, this is bold. This is just a clear brow gel. So yeah, my windows are busted and I'm like, okay, so this is what we dealing with. So then on my daughter's birthday, the 29th, the car was supposed to get fixed because it wasn't able to get fixed over the holiday, obviously. And we go downstairs and my whole car is gone. They were gonna come and fix the window. The guy was gonna come and fix it, and now we go downstairs and the whole car is just gone. You broke into my car and now you steal it? I'm gonna use this color, Thanks a Latte, under my eyeshadow. So how are you guys doing? Are y'all ready for the new year? What do y'all wanna see coming up on this channel? I know I asked this question one time and somebody told me that they wanted to see like clothing hauls and stuff. Please, are you kidding me in that? Yeah, I like that better. That transition was not coming up. Somebody said they wanted to see some clothing hauls and stuff. I've been doing a lot of contacts this year, and that actually helped me this year, believe it or not. You guys ever seen this color swatch? This is so cool because like if you don't feel like cleaning your brushes, you just swatch it and you can use another color. I just thought that was so cool. I had to show y'all that. Anyway, I'm going to go in with this MAC 224 brush. I don't really focus on which brush I use. I focus on the concept of the brush, like fluffy versus dense, or like a large eyeshadow brush or a small eyeshadow brush. So I don't really focus on which exact brush it is. I know it probably helps when you go purchase brushes, but just focus on the concept of the brush, okay? I'm gonna go in with this color, Brownie Points. Y'all asked for this get ready with me, so I'm doing it. That's how we're here. It was requested for this video. I'm just putting that like in my brow bone. Some of these colors are probably hard to see. You know what? I'm gonna go in with this teddy bear color. It's a little bit darker and kind of stamp that in like that. think I like the way that's turning out. Yeah, so I went ahead and just did the other eye. This year, I have, you know, played in different makeup and skincare and stuff like I was saying. And you guys ask for these videos, but it's discouraging when I make these videos and nobody watches it. But what I discovered for 2021 is that honestly, I don't care. I don't care if nobody watched the damn video. Excuse my French, but I'm gonna make content that I like. I have to make content that basically makes me happy. And I'm not saying that wigs don't make me happy, but I just don't want to be caught in that wig box. I don't want to have to be rushing like every single time a new wig comes out. Like this year, I'm definitely hoping for more sponsorships as far as collaborations go. But if I have to keep purchasing some of these wigs, and that's why I do have a lot of wig sales, because I have to maintain this channel. But if that's the case, I'm not gonna be rushing no more, y'all. Like y'all gonna see a big change with me. So this was just a LA Pro concealer. This was just my white LA Pro concealer, whatever. So yeah, I'm looking for more growth this year. I know when I first did my first contact video this year, it was like somewhere around March, and I purchased those contacts on my own, and then they reached out to me. That video did so good. I was actually shocked how good it's still doing, but they reached out to me, and that's why I keep making more videos. That's why I keep wearing these contacts. You know, so that was a plus this year as far as that goes. I'm gonna go in with that same Thanks a Latte that I use kind of under my brow and just pop that on here. And then I'm also going to go in with the sparkly kind of shimmer color. It's called Ploof, and I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my eye, right here. Are you guys close enough? Sorry, I just realized we weren't really intimate. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that right in the middle here. And again, I have this like swatch thing, so if you see me using the same brush, it's because I'm swatching it. I lied, it's just because I'm lazy. But yeah, this swatch thing, it works if you want to use like the same brush. So I'm just going in with that Ploof color, some more. Or is it Crystal? Oh, I can't remember what color it was. I think it was Crystal. So I'm just gonna go in with that Crystal color right in the middle of my eye. I'm gonna go in with this Are You Kidding Me again and kind of put it in between here and blend these two colors together. This kind of outer corner. We're just blending. Blending is the key. I want to buff that all out. And then I'm gonna go in with that teddy bear color for that outer corner and stamp it in. And don't worry about the fallout and all that. I use makeup wipes. You see how it's coming together? Like, you see the difference of how this side looks blended and this side doesn't. And I just go in with makeup wipes and just brush off the excess. I used to put on my makeup before my eyes, but then I realized that the fallout and everything is easier to like just brush it off. So I'm just gonna go with my Fenty primer. You could use any primer. One thing I definitely learned this year as far as like watching different YouTube videos, because I watch videos too, y'all, is don't get so caught up in names. Like if I say I use Fenty primer and somebody else says they use, I don't know, Milk primer, but you like Smashbox. If Smashbox is working for you, use Smashbox. That's one thing I definitely have done this year with my whole channel is I got so caught up in names and I need this version of that, and hold on, let me show y'all. Like this year, I got so caught up in different versions of stuff. Seriously, why do I need two brushes? I had this easy brush that I was using and it works, you know. It's a little bit more, not as firm. This one is a little firmer, but I bought this one because everybody was talking about it. Like seriously, why? And as far as serums go, I stress you guys to use a serum with your wig spray. This is an Aussie Moist serum that I recently purchased, but I had this one. And I used to use BioSoap. BioSoap was a little bit too expensive, but the point is, stop buying different versions of stuff. As far as holding sprays go, I started off this year with Got To Be. I'm ending it with Bedhead. I mean, this one does work a little bit better in my opinion, but the point is, if it's working for you, don't switch up. Okay, stop buying every single thing that we talk about in these videos. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with my foundation right now. now, I like to use my Fenty foundation. I've been using this Fenty 400 foundation for a long time. I try to change. That's another thing I try to switch up this year. Like, I try to use a different version, you know. I try to go get Juvia's Place foundation and switch it up. I don't like the way it sets on my skin after a while. Like, it gets real oily to me, but to each his own. If it works for you, it works for you. Fenty is working for me, so I'm gonna stick to what I know. I told y'all this video might be like super long because this is just the end of the year wrap up. Oh, I put it on my hand too and then dab it. That's what I do. But yeah, I just wanted to do an end of the year wrap up. You know, if this is too long for y'all, it is what it is. I told you already this video might be super long. And this foundation sometimes comes off a little orangey to me, but then when it sets, it looks way better. So I did a full face makeup get ready with me one time and I never did it again. So yeah, that's my makeup. Now, I like to add back the dimensions to my face. If you see, if I end here, my face is really flat, okay? You have to add back the dimensions to your face, the natural highlights, the natural shadows. So that's what I'm about to do, add it back. This is my MAC Pro concealer. I have so many different concealers, again, because I'm obsessive and I buy everything that people mention. And I'm not going into 2021 like that anymore, y'all. I refuse to go in and get every single thing that people talk about. Why do I have so many different concealers? This is ridiculous. This doesn't make any sense. Certain makeup I like for certain different things, but if it's working for you, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. That's the whole point. I don't make these videos because they obviously get long like this. So I'm just going in under my eye with my concealer, and I like to make a V. And then I'm gonna go in and get some highlights up here. I'm gonna go in and create some shadow. Sorry y'all, the mic. This is the clip-on mic, and I'm just getting used to it, and sometimes I forget to clip it on. Sorry if the audio is a little messed up. So I'm gonna go in and create some shadows on my face right now. I like a lot of Fenty products. I have tried this Juvia's Place contour stick, but this one to me is a little bit creamier than my Fenty, and I just like my Fenty. I feel like it's a little smoother. And then I'm gonna go in here from my nose. Listen, I like my nose. Let's just be very clear. But the dimensions, you know, it makes a difference with all that. The shadows, the dimensions. So I'm gonna go in and stamp my concealer in with this brush because it's dried down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and also blend it in some more. And that's just like highlighting your face. This brush right here, I got it from some subscription box. I think it was BoxyCharm. I really like this brush for my like contour because look at this brush. Like, it's a nice little packed, compact brush just to kind of contour. You know, and I also learned some lessons this year with YouTube as far as like growth goes. I learned that, first of all, if you come to my channel and you talk about, oh, I watched your video, sub for sub, I don't do that, okay? And another thing I've learned is that some people only watch you because they think that you're like trending, or they think that, oh, let me go ahead and watch her real quick because she associates herself with this person, that person. That's stuff that I pay attention to. And it's not just YouTubers that do it. I noticed that certain subs do it. And I also noticed that family does it too. They only want to talk to you when all of a sudden, oh, wow, you're doing stuff. You're growing. Oh, now you want to acknowledge me. Okay, I see who you are. I pay attention. I pay attention to each one of those people. And then there's certain YouTubers, just in case, this section is for the people that just in case want to start a channel. There's certain YouTubers out there, they would only purposely mention other YouTubers or channels for clout. For association, just to be like, oh yeah, this person's my friend, or this, you know, but they don't recognize small people or recognize on purpose because they want to just be associated with bigger people. And that irks my nerves. That irks me so bad. But like I said, it's not just YouTube, it's family too. They absolutely, it's family and friends that only want to be associated with you when you're big and when you're doing things, and when, just in case, let me just make sure I go ahead and let this person know that I support them. That's some BS. We know, we pay attention. So I'm going in with my beauty blender This is already wet, guys. Again, what did I go do this year? I went and bought the Real Technique sponge, but it works the same, you know, so you could use whatever brand you want. Going in with my translucent powder, my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm using honey. I recently switched to honey. I used to use the regular one, but I find that I like honey better because it has more like yellow undertones. While that's setting, I'm gonna clean up my eyebrows a little bit. Sometimes the eyebrow to me gets a little lost. Go ahead and put my lashes on. You guys ask me a lot about my lashes. Sometimes I'm doing a live and the comments that I get are about my lashes. Y'all, these are the same lashes that I have been wearing forever, almost a year now. I got these lashes from Amazon. It's always linked in the description box. They are so cheap. But you guys love them. Is these lashes right here from Amazon. I'll leave a link below. But these are my Amazon go-to lashes. I think you get four. You get a set of 4. And I just love these lashes. So I had a lashes video this year too that didn't do too good. But my technique has changed since that video. So now the way I go in and put my lashes on is I like this duo brush on adhesive. I like to go in now as opposed to using the glue one. I like to go in and kind of brush it on my eye and let that dry because this dries much quicker. And then I put it on the lash. I just brush it on the eyelash. And while that's kind of drying, I do the same for the other side. Helps if you kind of bend it a little bit. And then I just kind of sit it right on top of my eyelash. And because that adhesive is already sticking, it kind of sticks right onto it already. And then I just kind of press it in. If you have nails, you can use tweezers, but because these nails are so short, I can go ahead and just put it on. I keep forgetting to put this stupid microphone on. That's why I don't use it, because I keep forgetting to put it on. So the audio might be like off. I apologize if the audio's all over the place, guys. Every time I get up, I take the mic off and I forget to put it back on because I'm not used to it. So sorry if the audio's all over the place. I'm just going in with some blush right now. This is my Juvia's Place Bella blush. Use whatever blush you like. I go back and forth between this one and my Becca blush, so use whatever. So that highlight that I had in the video, it was from my Fenty Kilowatt collection. I know I like a lot of Fenty, but I use this color right here, the Sandcastle color, this highlight color right here, and that's what I use to like create this luminous kind of shimmery glow. I wanted to create like this nice shimmery you know, highlight. Sometimes I do more of a gold highlight, but for that particular look, I know I want it to be icy. I'm putting some on my nose and then some a little bit right in here. I don't want to put too much. You can always brush it off if it is too much. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more blush. I'm actually going to go in with my Becca blush. This is the color Nightingale. Yeah, I feel like that shows up a little bit better. This is a foundation. I like to use this as just kind of just for like the shadows. I know I used it with my Fenty stick initially, but I like to go in with a powder as well. This is just to create more depth into my face. And basically the same area that I used that same contour stick. You see how the shadows are like being created in my face? Now to do right here on my nose, I like to go in with this brush right here. This is an eye shading brush. Again, it came in some kit. I like how thin it is. That way it's not so thick, because what I used to do is I used to use the same brush that I use here and I used to pinch it and go on my nose, but this brush just works. And I just dab it a little bit because this is dark and I don't want to look too dark, and then I kind of brush it in. Ooh, I think we're coming along. So that lip that I created, I just used like a soft neutral lip. I think it was this one. I don't know. I think this was the lip. I don't know. It was probably more powdery, but I don't know. And then I'm just gonna put just a little bit of gloss over it. This is my Pat McGrath. It's called Dare to Bear lip gloss, and I love Pat McGrath lip gloss. Like, it's a little bit pricier. Sometimes she runs sales, but this gloss is like the best gloss ever. my lips are always super juicy. Look at those lips. Look. I don't think this was the pink I had on in the video, but we're just gonna go with it. Let me set my face. I'm gonna change my clothes and I'll be right back. When I went to go put my clothes on, I realized that the Lippie that I originally had on was a little bit softer pink. This is Obey, and I think this is from Pure. Alright y'all, so this is an update on the wig that I had on the video earlier this week. So I've worn this wig for about like 4 days now, so I feel like I can give you guys an overall update on this wig. This is the Outre Laurel wig. Guys, I keep forgetting to put this microphone on. This is not good. This is not good at all. So this is an update on this wig. This is the Outre Laurel wig. I had this wig on in my video earlier this week. I think it was about Monday that I wore this wig. Well, you guys saw this wig, but I had this wig on my head for a very long time. Now, granted, I've installed this wig with some Got2b glue gel, and I also use my bed head spray. This wig is going to lift if you decide to install a wig like that, okay? That's one thing that I discovered keeping this wig on my head this long. As far as update goes, this is a synthetic wig. I went in with some water and a little bit of fabric softener after I wore this wig, and I kind of softened it up. I feel like that helps with synthetic wigs. And I also, as you see, I chopped this wig up. Like, I went and I cut it. I'll show you guys in 2 seconds. So I went in with a little bit of water and fabric softener. I also chopped up this wig. As you guys see, it's not as long as it initially first was. Like, so I cut it right here. Outside of the fact of just cutting it, I also did go in with these shears and I just thinned it out. And I just thinned it out downward and just thinned it out to get it just a little bit more better density, because I noticed that this wig was pretty dense after I wore it. It's really thick and it does tangle. It does tangle. One significant thing that I've noticed with this wig, as much as I do love the waves, I love the fact that I don't have to curl this every day, is that yes, it is synthetic and it actually sheds a lot. It sheds a lot. Like, it's coming out in clumps. The shedding, especially wearing it this week, it's just a lot of hairs that are coming out in this wig. And I noticed, look, and I noticed this kind of happened in my Khrissy review. It was coming out a lot like that, but this one is definitely shedding a lot. And sometimes I'm okay with shedding, but I don't want to look like I'm shedding so much with a wig. So that's one con that I do have as far as an update goes. Now, if you're gonna go in with your glue and your bed head spray and install it that way, keep in mind that when you take showers, this part may start to lift on you, okay? You may have to go in and put some more gel on there. And another thing I noticed is that with these synthetic wigs, laying down the baby hairs sometimes is a little hard because of the fibers. I really like the way this olive oil Fix-It Grip Gel lays down synthetic baby hairs, because it's the only thing that I feel like can really lay it down and hold it. As far as the tangling goes, I told you guys before, this is synthetic. You have to use wig spray, you have to use serum, and I feel like it helps. It wasn't too bad, but it does tangle. It is kind of annoying. I feel like if I'm gonna go take all this effort to lay down a frontal, that for me personally, I'd rather just do a human hair wig, to be honest with you. But if you, again, if you don't have the budget for a human hair wig, these are what these synthetic wigs are for. But for me personally, I'd rather go with like the Outre Melted Hairline series this year, where it just has the lace part and a little bit of a frontal for a synthetic wig. Now, this is cool on like a human hair look, but overall, I still like this wig. I think she's still cute. I think she can hold up if you maintain her. I think if you do the right things you need to do to her, she'll be okay. As far as my favorite wigs go for this year, overall summary, I have a lot of wigs that I did review this year. There were quite a few. I don't have specific ones that I absolutely loved, but I do have some wigs that, you know, definitely challenged me and got me outside of my comfort zone. Trying synthetic wigs, I've mentioned it before, you can experiment with color. One color that I got to experiment with this year was yellow, and I never thought in my life I would wear yellow, but I did it on the Tawny review and Bobbi Boss, I think Mabel. Yeah, yellow, that really made me feel alive. So definitely try some colors, guys. Don't be afraid of just doing this 1B. I also got to experiment a lot with different blondes this year because Outre had a blonde collection and there were different shades of blondes, and I like the fact that it wasn't just one specific kind of blonde. It's a blonde in there for every complexion, so I definitely was feeling that this year. I tried my first braided box wig this year. I know I recently reviewed Fabulosity box braided wig, but my favorite wig of this year was my City Beauty World wig. That wig, it just was perfect. The quality was amazing. It just blended perfectly with my skin, and I was just super impressed with that wig. That was one of my favorite braided wigs. Camille Bobbi Boss, Natalia. I mean, there's so many great wigs that I review this year. I don't have specific top favorite wigs, but I do, like I said, I liked some of the trends. The kinky straight texture was definitely a favorite texture this year. The headband train, I never thought that I would like that, but it was so easy, so simple. I have a playlist for that. There's so many things that happened this year. I do plan on doing some things, like I said, a little differently on this channel. I do plan on doing more skincare, more makeup. I know you guys sometimes don't flock to those videos, but again, I'm just gonna do what makes me happy and spend a little bit more time with my family because my family is definitely my priority. And overall, just try to stay positive. I mean, as you guys saw, I started this video telling you that my car got stolen, and yeah, my car got stolen and I'm a little upset about it, but I feel better now. Like, look, I put my makeup on and I feel better. Do things that are gonna make you feel good. It might not be makeup, maybe it's going to take a ride, exercise, do whatever that makes your soul feel good. And that's what I want to continue next year for my channel. I'm definitely going to take a break, guys. I know this video is really long, but I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a mini break because I feel like I've been going a little hard, but I felt like I owed you guys this video. I might come back with like a schedule or day and time. I'm not too sure if I can make that commitment yet, but we'll see. I appreciate everybody that has helped me grow in this year, and I also am looking forward to more growth in 2021. I'm not sure what number we gonna try to get to, but I don't know. Let's throw a number out there. What number do you guys think I can achieve by next December? We'll see what happens. Overall, do I recommend Laurel or any synthetic wig? Again, it depends on you. It depends what you're looking for. I feel like these wigs are good for like photo shoots or maybe a certain day, a special event. But as far as long-term and longevity, no, I wouldn't go with a synthetic frontal. Now, a synthetic lace part, that's different. You could put it on, take it off at night. I would never sleep in a synthetic wig again, but I did this for you guys because I wanted to give you an update. I felt like I never gave you guys an update before, and that's what I wanted to do. I think she still looks pretty good, but you do have to maintain her a little bit. Y'all drop me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to see coming up in 2021. Until next time, I'll be catching up on comments and all that good stuff. I will talk to y'all later. Happy New Year.